Hi guys, so this was a very spontaneous readathon vlog that I didn't think I was going to be doing because I'm already doing like a similar style for my wrap up, which will probably be up before this one, maybe, I'm not too sure. But anyway, I decided to jump on here. I'm filming on my phone just to do a little, I guess, vlog style review thing for the mangareadathon. I believe this was created by I can't remember her name, bear with me. Okay, so it was created by Howdee-haie, who I did a little discovering today. I was trying to figure out some more about this readathon before I took part in it, because it was all very last minute for me. I was just, basically, yeah, let me get back to that. It was created by Howdee and her sister. I don't know if her sister has a YouTube channel or anything like that, but if I find out any information, because I commented on Howdee's channel on like a TBR or something and ask that question, so once I find out I'll pop that somewhere. But yeah, basically I was looking for upcoming readathons to take part in, just because I wanted to kind of throw myself more into reading. As some of you know that I've been a bit slow of late because of like priorities and such, but yeah, this seemed like one that was interesting. It's spanning from today, which is the Sunday the 17th, to Saturday the 23rd. I've actually been ill off of work today. I didn't feel very well at all over the weekend. I get really bad migraines, like really bad migraines, and so when that happens I just have to take time out and just recuperate because it really drains me. So luckily I've been home, I've been relaxing, and during those spans where my mind's like cleared a little bit, I've managed to read and finish my book. I'll get onto that in a little moment because I did finish one manga already today, but I just want to kind of just have a little chat about it quickly. So there were 7 prompts. I don't know if I can remember all of those. I've got them written down on my phone, and it's awkward because obviously I'm filming, but I can't at the same time look, but I can split my screen and see at least a little bit of what I need to remember, so bear with me. Okay, so the screen is split for myself currently. So the challenges, again, this was something I wasn't going to focus too much on because it was sort of very last minute for me. Upon watching a little bit about what the upon watching a little bit about what the mangareadathon was about and its kind of idea, I discovered that they had challenges, so obviously I went to take note of those, but they won't be my focus. And they are: read a manga that has been on your TBR the longest, catch up on reading a series, read your shortest series, read a new manga, reread a manga, read a manga out of your comfort zone, and read a recommended manga. But yeah, again, because I wasn't properly prepared for this readathon, it was just all very last minute. I didn't know there were challenges, and so obviously I won't be heavily focusing on them. But some of the books I have in mind, and some of the books that, like one of the books that I've already read, matches the criteria. So as I go along, if something overlaps with one of the challenges, I'll go ahead and say that book can be for that challenge, if you know what I mean, and sort of just add the manga where they fit in, I suppose. Another thing that seemed to be one of the main rules was that no scanlations are allowed. Now, I didn't really know this was a thing. Admittedly, I read a lot of manga online, and I guess, yeah, that is illegal technically because you're reading it for free. Do you know what I mean? So all these big sites that you would go on and see, I guess technically it's illegal, and I guess that counts as a scanlation, which is like a scan translation. So basically, I learnt in that video that they're discouraging that, because what it is, where you're reading the manga for free and online, anybody has access to translate it, so scan translation, and it's kind of, apparently it's like detrimental to the industry because obviously you're not putting money into the system, and then it's not going straight to, you know, the artists and such, which I can totally understand. I was honestly going to read some scanlations before I knew what it meant, but now I'm going to make the effort to actually get physical copies and such. I can't buy them at the moment because it's just too short, and I'm like literally in the readathon now. So what I'm going to do, hopefully tomorrow, go down to some of my local libraries and see if I can find the next editions of some of the books or some of the manga that I have in my head that I want to read for this readathon, and get those as well. So yeah, sorry about all of that, but yeah, at least I'll be better prepared for next time if I decide to do this readathon again. So on to what I've read so far today. It is like 6 PM now, so I'll probably finish another one, but I don't know if I'll come back on here and talk about it or if I'll save it for tomorrow. But that is volume 1 of Black Cat by Kentaro Yabuki. This counts as, I guess, for a challenge, the one that has been on my TBR for the longest, and also I guess it could sort of stretch to be a manga that's out of my comfort zone, just because it is like a thriller sci-fi sort of thing. I feel like it's got some sort of elements of fantasy or something, I don't know, but with the, basically because of the thriller sci-fi thing, it's a mix of genre that I've never really read before. I guess I didn't really know it was a crossover thing that existed, to be honest. I didn't really think too much about it, so I guess it's something out of my comfort zone because I've never really tried it, you know. So I guess I might as well do a little review of this one now, seeing as I have finished it and I've been rambling for oh so long. So this is about two bounty hunters, Train and Sven. So we're mainly sort of focusing on Train, which is this guy here, also known as Black Cat. So Black Cat, he has a past. He used to be a part of this organisation, a massive powerful organisation, and he wanted to sort of change his life and make it something that he wanted to do. So he sort of, I like how he describes, he sort of died and was reborn into a stray cat, where he's now you know, he has no master, he's a free bounty hunter basically, he's free to do what he wants. I like that idea, and honestly, going into this, I wasn't expecting to enjoy it so much. I did give it a 4 out of 5 stars. I thought the first chapter specifically was such a good introduction into the story. Despite the first chapters being a little bit episodic, I think it was a good thing in this aspect because it feels like it was getting you into the world, just easing you in, and then we were soon met with, like, I guess 2 sort of what I can imagine to be ongoing plots. One of them I think will last at least until the 2nd volume. And the next one I think is going to be more of an ongoing thing with the organisation and any sort of disturbances and conspiracies resulting around that and Black Cat, you know. I really enjoyed this. I thought the world building was good, the setup and everything. I really enjoyed the characters, particularly Train and Sven. I like their friendship and their partnership, I guess. And yeah, obviously my favourite character I think has to be Train, Black Cat. I think he's awesome so far, and I've really enjoyed getting to know them both in this, as well as some other characters that have been brought in a little bit later into the story. I think it's going to encourage the plot development some more as well. Again, yeah, being a sci-fi thriller, I've never really dove into such a genre like mix like that before, at least not with knowing, you know. So definitely helps for that challenge that I mentioned earlier, for the mangareadathon. I think I'm going to enjoy this series. It is honestly a bit of fun, it's just enjoyable, but I didn't know I was going to enjoy it so much. If you did want more thoughts on this book, or this manga rather, then check out my Goodreads review, because I've already written like a full review for that as well. But yeah, definitely recommend this. This is pretty good. So I will hopefully see you either tonight or tomorrow talking to you about the other book that I'm reading, which is Dear Angel, which I can't remember the author's name. By the way, the author and illustrator of this is Kentaro Yabuki. He does both. Yeah. I decided to come back. I think it's just almost 8 tonight, and I finally finished Dear Angel by Yukiro Sujisaki. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, I ended up giving this about a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Hold on, I just ran up the stairs, let me catch my breath. And yeah, I don't know about this one. Ultimately, you've got, okay, so basically this boy, Daisuke Niwa, turns 14, and then he's kind of brought into his inheritance, which is turning into this other person when he's in love. Basically, when you break it down, it's a 14-year-old boy turning into this like phantom art thief when he's turned on, which is weird and uncomfortable when you break it down like that, but that is basically what's happening. And when he sees this other girl that the other version of him likes, he turns back to normal, and it's like, it's weird. It's a weird concept, and I don't know how I feel about it right now. I will say I am sort of intrigued to see how the story develops, but I don't know. I'm probably going to give it just a couple of volumes, and if I'm really not feeling it, if they're maybe all averaging at like 2 to 3 stars or so, I'll probably just stop the series and DNF it. There's a little end story in here called N is... Did I say N? I meant end story. Called N is for Nishiki. and that was really cool. I think basically, from what I understood from the little note afterwards, he had created, he or she, I don't know if this is a girl or a boy that wrote this, but the author created that story before this one, but it never got finished, so it was included in the end of this with the hopes of eventually getting back to it and finishing the story. I wonder if it ever got finished, but anyway, I really enjoyed that. Basically, it's about a girl who has to make a shikigami, which I understand what a shinigami is, obviously, from Death Note and that, but a shikigami, if I'm remembering it properly, is where you create a magical being, which is usually like an animal or something, like a familiar that witches have, and it's kind of like a little story resolving around that. It was really good, actually. I wish there was a bit more to it. I'm hoping maybe the other volumes have other snippets of that, but I don't know. I will see when I go to the library if I can find the next volume. But yeah, I'm left a little bit like, so far. It wasn't the best introduction, but I will say it was somewhat entertaining. I'm sort of interested, and of course this was for like the prompt challenge thing of reading something that's out of your comfort zone, because although I like fantasy, which this is of course fantasy in some way, it's also fantasy romance, and I don't really read or enjoy romance, so out of my comfort zone most definitely. Hi friends, it is Monday the 18th of June, so it's day 2 of the mangareadathon. I just had my I guess my sister-in-law, I guess you would say, yeah, pop in to visit for a little bit. I think it's just going up to 11:30 now, so I've just popped on a bit of makeup and I'm gonna go to town, go into the library there. I might do a little bit of mooching around in town actually, and then depending on how I feel, I'll go to the other library that's on like the other end of me. So basically, imagine my house is here, town up there with all the shops and everything is like a 20-minute walk, but equally the other side of shops is around a 15-20 minute walk, probably a little bit shorter, but they have less shops. But that's our main town, and so the library is bigger and has a lot more going on. Also, do you like my top? I think it's rather fitting for my mangareadathon. But yeah, so I guess I'm gonna go jump on the bus now, so come along, why don't you join me? Because I found all the books that I wanted. You might have seen that I pointed to another book that wasn't a manga. I'll explain that in a minute because I think I'm going to do a haul. And the other book, the other manga, sorry, there's people in front of me, my neighbours. The other manga, it all went up to volume, I think 10. Or 10 was missing, so I just picked up all of those ones. I felt a bit greedy, so I went up to I think volume 9, and that should do me for the rest of the week, I think. If not, I might take a trip to the other library when I can to see if I can get the next volumes, just in case I do finish all of these. So yeah, I'll see you at home in a minute. Home, oh my god, it is so hot out there. I didn't realise at first, like when I first went out there, it was quite chill, quite cool, and I was like, oh, maybe I should have worn my bigger coat. No, my nose is sweating. Anyway, whilst I'm here, I might as well do a bit of a library haul, and then I can show you the books that I actually bought. I didn't know whether to put it in this haul or not because it's not manga, but I thought I might as well share it anyway. It's still books, you know. So, oh, and the other video I'm doing, like the other wrap-up I'm doing, it's not as vloggy style as this one is, so I feel like it makes sense to put that book haul in this one. I don't know. So I did take 2 tote bags just in case, because I wasn't too sure if I was going to get inspired and get a lot of other stuff. But the manga selection isn't that great. Funnily enough though, they've got a few new releases, I think, that I wasn't expecting, so that's cool. But I didn't pick up anything else other than what I needed, so didn't need my second one. But here is what I got. Oh, I might as well show you this first, seeing as it's on the top. Nikki Owen, The Killing Files. I'm currently reading at the moment The Spider in the Corner of the Room, which I bought from the works like maybe at the beginning of the year sometime, and it's really good. But I don't know what happened. Basically, I'm a bit of a book hoarder. I collect them and I keep them even if I don't like the books. But I thought, hold on, instead of cluttering up stuff, if it's a series that, I don't know, I'm not that invested in or I'm enjoying, and I don't know, basically I've decided that even though it kills me to just have one book of a series on my shelf, I don't need to keep buying everything, because what if I don't like it near the end, do you know what I mean? And I kind of want to, I don't know how long this is going to last or when it's actually going to kick in, but I kind of want to just have books that I really enjoy, with a few books that I don't like sprinkled in, just so I have a bit of diversity to show you guys if I ever need to, but I don't need too much. So instead of buying every single book collection I've got, because I bought this not really realising it was a trilogy, I believe, I thought, let me go to the library and see if they've got the other editions, you know? So it won't be too bad just having one book on the shelf. It will remind me that, oh, that's a trilogy. I don't need to show every single book. I'm really rambling. That probably didn't make any sense. But anyway, the second book to that is The Killing Files. And I saw it in the library and I thought, yes, I'll grab that as well, just in case I finish that soon and, I don't know, maybe I can't find this again. They didn't have the third one. I don't think they did. They might have it at my other library. Wow, what was that sentence, Jen? Do you want to start again? They might have it at the other library. So I got that, which is the sequel. It's the Project trilogy, I believe. And then the rest of the books are just the manga that I was going to get. So if I just pop them on the side there. It's very difficult doing this one-handed, you know. I don't know if they're in order. Oh no. Right, so I've got volume 2. This looks like so. Oh god, why am I doing this? Volume 3, volume 4, volume 5, volume 6. Yeah. Oh, I'm liking these covers. Volume 7. I felt so bad clearing out the shelves. Volume 8. And volume 9, because I think, as I mentioned earlier, they didn't have volume 10, but they had like 11 upwards, and I noticed a few other volumes missing. I think there's 20 altogether, and there were a few odd numbers that weren't there. But maybe I can ask them to order it in. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to run upstairs in a second, and I'm going to take this jacket off because I'm boiling, take my shoes off because my feet are really hot, and I'll show you the books that I bought recently when I went to Sainsbury's to do some food shopping, and I came back with books. Yay! The life of Jen. So here's the deal. I found myself being distracted. I am reading currently volume 2 of Black Cat. I'm just over halfway, and I keep finding myself watching reading vlogs. I don't know why. That's just, I do know why. I was coming out of like a reading slump. I've been mentioning this so many times, I feel like, in these vlogs that I'm doing. I had priorities with uni and everything, so it's been slow progress getting back into reading. And I find that watching booktube videos in general, but specifically reading vlogs, just gets me excited to read. And I think I'm doing that now when I've found my excitement to actually read again. But I'm watching that more than actually reading, and it's coming into a bit of a predicament. So I don't know, I think it's going up to 4 o'clock, and I haven't finished a manga yet, which is, I'm basically comparing myself to yesterday where I had finished 2 and haven't finished even 1 yet, and I'm trying to think ahead because I know Wednesday I'm at work, and it's just like that's going to be basically a whole day knocked out unless I read a lot the evening. And then Friday's always a busy day for me, so it's like, but I think I can do it. Even if I just finish this volume today, maybe get started on another one, then it'll be good. I kind of want to read my novel. Ow, I hit myself in the face. So I don't know, maybe that'll be like a treat. This is stupid, it's all a treat to read, but maybe that'll be like my reward for finishing at least a volume for this readathon. But I don't know, I keep distracting myself. I'm getting quite comfy. And I think I'm getting a bit sleepy as well. I just had like a really late lunch. It was corn steak pie thing. It was very nice, but now I'm very sleepy. Also, the fact that I had a hot chocolate as well probably didn't help at all, in the slightest. It's made me really tired, but I'm staying downstairs, so it will stop me from being too comfy, because if I was on my bed, I'd probably lie down and stretch out, and then who knows, I might doze off, even though I hate napping. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Right, I shall see you in another clip. So I've just finished Black Cat Volume 2, of which I gave 4 stars. Honestly, I thought this was an awesome sequel to the first volume. I feel like we got, obviously I'm not going to be giving spoilers and such, but I feel like we got so much more, I guess, of a fleshed out story in this one. One particular plot line that I assumed would be carried out into this one and sort of end in this one happened, and I just loved how that went down, how that was handled. The bigger plot line was fleshed out even more with the arrival of a new character, which was Train's like arch nemesis sort of thing, and it was interesting to see how this new character, what was his name, Creed, affected Train, and how that sparked up even more thoughts about the ever-present threat, which is you know, that big organisation, what's it called? Kronos. I thought it was really cool getting to know Eve as well as Rins. It was nice to see some more of that, and I just, at the moment, I'm loving the dynamic here. It's almost like a little family, but not, like it's so messed up. But no, I really did enjoy this one. Again, another 4-star read. I'm so far really enjoying this series. I didn't think I'd enjoy it so much, but it's a really good one. I don't know where I'm looking. I'm like all over the place. So now I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do. I'm thinking, well actually I kind of feel like I need to edit some videos, but I might leave that for tomorrow morning. Like I might do that straight away, and then I'll have the rest of the day to read some manga. But I'm thinking now to read a few more pages of this, maybe a couple of more chapters of some, it's got nothing to do with the mangareadathon, it's the book that I've been mentioning all throughout this though, The Spider in the Corner of the Room by Nikki Owen. And then perhaps I'll pop the telly on, because I haven't had that on all day, and I feel like I want to watch some shows, some tunes, you know, some tunes, cartoons, what's wrong with me? But yeah, so I'll probably leave the video editing until tomorrow, and I don't know, just enjoy the rest of my day. I might get on to volume 3 of Black Cat, but if I do, I feel like I won't finish it today. But who knows, when I get into it, I seem to really get into it, and I just keep flicking through the pages, and then by the time I know, I'm finished. So could happen, could not, who knows. Man, what are you asking me?
Where'd you get them books from? Manga?
Where do you think I got them from?
Library?
Yes, I didn't buy them. Why does it matter?
I need to know where
I went to
today.
town. So it's just gone past 8:30 now. My mum's come home, we've had dinner and everything, and she's popped the telly on to like her shows and that. And I realised I could no longer concentrate on reading this. Sorry, my bed's really creaky. I think some of the screws have come out, so I should probably fix that. And then I decided, okay, yeah, I will start Black Cat Volume 3, but I still couldn't concentrate. So I decided to come upstairs. I've got a candle lighting over there. Don't know if you can see that little pink thing there. And I've got some more, another candle up there lighting with my fairy lights. I really want to get a reading chair and put it somewhere, but I don't know. I think I could make it work. I think I could put it like right there, right next to my bed. Anyway, sorry guys, technical difficulties. I kind of dropped my phone face first onto my hand, and I don't know what happened. Something happened. But yeah, I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna take it casual, slow. And I might finish it tonight, depends how motivated I am, because I'm still like going back and forth watching YouTube videos. So the plan was to edit some videos, or at least one video, and then whilst that's saving, read some more manga. But oh, it's 100% now. I know my computer is still updating from the other day because this is just the next time that I turn it on. So it's continuing. If it takes too long, I'll just read. But yeah. Oh, something's happening. Something wicked this way comes. Where is that from? I'm being dim now, aren't I? So I've just finished volume 3 of Black Cat by Kentaro Yabuki, and again it was another 4-star read for me. This one, I feel like everything's just tying together. The story is really unfolding now, and I'm really excited to see what the rest of the volumes have in store. We're seeing more of a clash between certain organisations, and it's just becoming awesome. Obviously, again, I can't talk too much about it here. If you guys have read these manga, let me know, and then you can go ahead and check out my Goodreads link, which is always in the description, and you can read my individual reviews for each one. But obviously here in this compilation, I don't want to spoil it for anyone. However, I will say I like how character dynamics are developing. I love the relationships in this, and again, I just really enjoyed it. But yeah, definitely check out my written review if you have read this, and then it doesn't really spoil, but obviously it's a bit more spoilery if you haven't read the book. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't know. There's stuff in here that you might not expect that I would have talked about, and I don't want to ruin that for you. Know what I mean? Okie dokie. Anyway, or I guess it would just like throw out the whole plot of the first 2 volumes, and then you're like, well, hold on, that happens, what? Anyway, yeah, really enjoyed this. I gave it 4 stars. On to the next one. Oh, ignore that. I've got Sudocrem there because I've got a big spot and it really hurts. Anyway, you probably saw that earlier on and thought, what is that on her head? Anyway, I digress. So I've been reading on and off all day. I'm just running a bath now. And I'm currently reading volume 4 of Black Cat, and oh my god, I just had to say, this is like a library. You guys saw that I did like a library haul. This is a library book, and it's clear that someone's been eating over this, and it makes me feel so gross because it's just so old and smushed into the pages, and I'm like, ugh. I don't know if I've told you this before, tongue-tied, I don't know if I've told you this before, but I have a really weird like thing with things that look old. I don't even know how to describe it, but this book is definitely getting to me, like old looking things where you can see it's been worn, and it's like not worn as in worn, but like used to its full potential, and it just has this, I don't know, I feel like I'm breathing in old dust mite fumes. I feel like I'm touching something that it makes me on edge. So borrowing these manga where they've clearly been sitting on the shelf for however long with old bits of food in them, it's just making me feel so on edge right now. This is just so random. I thought I'd just let you guys know that I'm a weirdo. Hey ho, bath's almost ready. Now in my onesie, which smells amazing, but it's way too hot for wearing at the moment, so I'm gonna probably melt and die. I am really hungry. My belly has been rumbling non-stop since I got in the bath, so I'm gonna make some food in a bit, I think. But first I need to change my piercings for work to like clear ones, and yeah, then I'll be set for tomorrow, and then I can finish the rest of this. Also, I've decided, because I think this vlog's like way long already, that I'm gonna take this off because I'm boiling. I decided that I am probably not going to talk so much about each volume now. I mean, it's difficult to anyway, because it seems to be that I'm focusing on just this one series for this readathon. I can't spoil it anyway, so I'm probably just gonna, unless I've got something really exciting to say that doesn't spoil anything, I'll just compile the rest of the manga that I read that's still there. Going strong, guys. I'll just compile the rest of the manga that I read, and then maybe like in the next couple of days come back and tell you their ratings, or I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I'm probably not gonna keep coming back as often as I have been. There's like 4 days left of this readathon, and I feel like it's already so very long, this video that is. So yeah, I'll catch you when I catch up. I know I said I wasn't going to come back as frequently, but I'm such an idiot. Basically, when I do my, change my piercings over to these ones and I clean them, and I've run out of my witch hazel, so I've gone back to using my surgical spirit again, which is what I used to use more often, just to clean the jewellery. But I thought, I'll just use that to clean my piercing holes as well. Stuck it up my nose. It was saturated in the stuff. I basically inhaled surgical spirit. My eyes started streaming. My nose was like cold fire. And yeah, I've learnt my lesson. Don't follow me, guys, but at least my piercings are nice and clean and sterilised. Don't do what I do. actually going into Friday the 22nd because it's like midnight now, but technically kind of not. It's Thursday the 21st, and I just wanted to come on here and let you know that I haven't read any manga at all today. I finished a novel, but I've just been distracted because, as you might have seen, I'm not sure which one's going up first actually, but I got my results for uni today, and a video will be on that shortly. But I've just been distracted really, so I didn't read any manga at all, despite taking it out with me shopping this evening. Sometimes I read when I shop, and also we go to my grandparents' house, sometimes I read there. I didn't read any, but over the past 2 days, I think it must have been Monday, I can't remember when I last vlogged, but I think, what is it, Thursday? Tuesday, I must have finished volume 4 of Black Cat, One Day Darling, and yesterday, which is the day that I expected not to read anything because I was working, I managed to start and finish volume 5, which was Spark of Revolution. I can't remember which one was the one that I liked the least so far. I think it might have been volume 5. I can't remember, but you know, my Goodreads review are up if you do want to read the review. Again, I did say I didn't want to talk too much about these guys now because of the spoileriness. I don't want to accidentally spoil something, but I'm still really enjoying the series. I just thought I'd show you guys these now because tomorrow I'm going to town and I'm gonna give all the ones that I've read already back to the library. So I've got volume 6 here waiting to be started. It's dinner. Oh wait, hold on, it's because I was holding these two together, I'm such an idiot. Yeah, got volume 6 here waiting to be started. If I manage to start and finish it tomorrow, I'll hand this into the library as well, but I don't think I will. I don't think I will finish this tomorrow, I don't know. But yeah, I just thought I'd come up here and do an update for you. Hey guys, so I've just finished volume 7, Time for Vengeance of Black Cat by Kentaro Yabuki, and I think this is where I'm going to wrap up this manga readathon vlog. I thought this was another great story, really enjoyed it. I like to see more of Rin's because we didn't get a lot of her at all in the previous volume. But yeah, as usual, my Goodreads review is up if you have been, I guess, maybe reading along or you kind of know the story, because I don't want to say anything that will spoil it here. But it's been such a fun manga readathon. All in all, I have read 8 volumes of manga. I haven't finished any series. I started DNA Angel, which was something like for the challenge of something that's out of my comfort zone, and then Black Cat was, I guess, for the challenge of starting something that I've been wanting to read for a while, something that's been on my TBR for the longest. But yeah, I did want to read Rosario Vampire Season 2, but I couldn't see any of the actual physical manga in my library when I went to visit. I did end up picking up another volume, I think volume 10 of Black Cat, but I didn't get around to it. So I'll probably just, I mean, it's still early, it's like going up to 6:30, but I want to take off my makeup and chill now. I've been at the cinema, I've been socialising, so I'm exhausted. And I've got a 12-hour shift tomorrow, so I'm just going to kind of kick it back and relax. Perhaps if I read any more manga or finish any more before midnight, I guess, even though I'm going to go to bed at 9, then I'll update you in the description. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed Manga Readathon. For my first time joining in, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was so much fun, and thank you for the hosts as well. They've been always like retweeting and chatting to me on Twitter, liking my pictures on Instagram as well, so I felt really included and I've just enjoyed the whole experience, so thank you to them too. But for now, yeah, I'll let you go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you in another video soon. Bye.